So when it comes to high dollar race motors, I'm going to be showing you guys step by step things that I do to my personal race motor. Everybody got their own way on how they maintenance and get their bike ready for the races. I'm just going to show you what I do for my bike, so take it with a grain of salt. So let's get into it.
Got it on the beat.
That boy is good.
Alright, so what I noticed was, since I run a short chain on my bike, my exhaust, the header, the support beam, what it's doing is rubbing on my back tire, and it's basically eating up the tire a little bit. So we got a bunch of burnt rubber down here, so we're going to clean the rubber off, probably take the header off first, and just go ahead and just deep clean this thing, because the head is filthy, like I was saying. So yeah, man. Alright, so trying to take the exhaust off. So what happened was one of the bolts stripped. So what I did was I got the grinder, I cut a little slit in it, tried to use a flathead. That didn't work. So now I gotta get my welder and weld a nut on it to get the bolt off. So when y'all ask me, oh JZ, why you don't post videos like a lot, this is the reason. It's always something that go wrong. This is supposed to be a simple maintenance video, but now we got to get the exhaust off. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and weld this nut on it, and hopefully break this bolt loose. So let's get to it, and hopefully it don't damage my billet head, bro.
on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinion safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place. See, cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings, but success is a finicky thing. If you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down,
Alright, so we got right here, this is the exhaust gasket. So the exhaust gasket was on its way out, as you can see. I'm gonna show y'all a fresh one. Hold on. Right here is a brand new fresh exhaust gasket. Y'all can see that versus the old one. I see how whooped it is. So glad I changed this, because this could have caused the exhaust leak on the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a new exhaust gasket. We're gonna clean up the block with some water, some soap and water, nothing too crazy, because we already threw the carb clean on there, so it should have broke down any little oil stain or whatever was on the motor. So let's get to that. Alright, so this is a spark plug. It haven't been changed in a long time. So this is a spark plug we run for methanol. Crazy. But yeah, man. So it's a problem area right here with my billet head. It like to collect dirt. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me try to brighten it up for y'all. But y'all see all that dirt down there? It just like to collect dirt. So we're gonna go ahead and clean that out. We got the top of the block clean as we can get it. You feel me? Side of the head is clean. Damn near everything is clean on the motor. You want a clean motor before you go ahead and bust it down. You feel me? So yeah. Sheesh. So shout out to Tim for all the go fast parts. So we got a new spark plug for methanol, and we got some fill lines. So we run the NGK Iridium spark plug. That's what everybody say that's run best for methanol. Here's the part number. You can either get it from AutoZone, any part store you go to. So the part number is BR9E9X. Hold on. Part number is BR9EIX. So you feel me? So yeah, man, this is what we run for methanol. We got the fill line, so we'll go ahead and get the motor bust down. So let's get to that. All right, so we're gonna be doing a rod bearings on this motor. So it probably been like 2 months, maybe a month. So I probably no, yeah. I don't know. I gotta keep track of how long I be riding my bikes, but I know I be going up and down, just having fun on it. So the rod bearings should be in good shape, because rod bearings shouldn't really go bad that fast, even though I'm doing 90 miles per hour. But I know for my rideout motor, I was able to get like 3 months out of rod bearings. So it really depends on the setup and all that stuff, and how, if you torque stuff to spec, you know, and how many times you do the oil change. So we switched the oil on this motor probably like 3 times in one day type thing, because that's how fast the oil get milky. Like within 2 to 3 passes, the oil is milky. So we always have brand new oil in this bike. So the rod bearing should even be messed up that fast. But we finna see right now, and I need a little mallet. Ooh-wee. All that power in there, bruh. Gonna slide that over there. So yeah, man, it's a basic setup up in there. Gas can with the deleted, the governor, the I forgot the name of it, but we're gonna go ahead and pop this out if I could. It's not looking like it, so. Alrighty, so we got the bottom end put back together. Side covers torque the spec. Rod is torque the spec. I normally torque mine to 170. You can do 150, 170, depending on the oil you use. If you use a semi lube, I think it is 150. But if you use like normal motor oil, it is 170. So we basically got the head here. We got the push rods. So what I like to do is just look over the push rods, make sure that the tips is not worn out, because these are the friction areas and stuff. So yeah, man. So everything looked pretty good on there. So we're gonna look at the rockers. So really just want to look up in there where the rockers sit on, where the push rods sit at. Those look pretty good. Then you want to look at the rollers. The rollers gonna have some type of wear and tear, like some friction marks of it just rolling, but that's nothing too serious. You just want to make sure nothing is hitting. So these marks right here, this is from me grinding. Well, my boy Peter, with these rockers and a high lift cam, you will run into interference problems with your rockers hitting your retainers. So you got to make sure you basically rotate the motor by hand and put it at top dead center and make sure that they're not hitting. Sometimes you got to take out materials, because we did this with the racer rocker with the Black Venoms too, and these are some gauge rockers. So we're gonna go ahead and slap these back in with the 2 washers. You have to put washers to raise it up just a little bit so it won't hit too much with the grind on it. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Before I do it, I'm gonna torque the head. We're gonna torque the head back to, I think it's what, 80 if I'm not mistaken, but I am gonna double check, so we'll be right back. Alright, so if y'all confused why I got this big torque wrench, I did convert the inch pounds into foot pounds. So foot pound is 18 pounds, but I just did it to the 20 mark. So we basically torqued the head to 20 foot-pounds. Yeah, foot-pounds. Yeah, so we're good there. So if y'all wondering why I got this big torque wrench, that's the reason I have it, you feel me? So yeah. So what I did right there was I made sure that the push rods is sitting on the adjuster, so you won't have problems with the push rods sitting off. Cause you got to make sure that the push rods is sitting like right where the adjuster goes. So you won't damage them, if that makes sense. Cause the push rod got to sit at a certain point on the rockers without it slipping off or nothing. So yeah. Alright, so we got the motor basically put back together. Everything is retorqued. The spec head is good. Rockers is set. So all we got to do is just put the motor back on the frame and go from there. The motor is cleaned up. I know y'all see me detail the motor on the frame. I'm not really worried about the frame too much because that is going to probably sooner or later get redone, like completely redone and set as a race bike. But as of right now, that is my whatever bike I be putting motors on and off that frame. But yeah, man, so let's get to it. Alright, so we kind of skipped the part of me putting the motor back on the frame because we all know how to put a motor on the frame. So I didn't want to bore you guys. Why is the lighting like this, bro? Why is it so bright? Oh my god. But yeah, man. So yeah, let me dial that down a little bit. Yeah, man. We put the motor on it, and I'm not gonna lie, how I did the fill line, it made the bike look a lot aggressive, and I like how it looks. I'm gonna go crazy. So man, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all that right now. So let's get to it. Find a way to make the fill line like glow in the dark a little bit, like sit it in some like whatever that glow in the dark liquid is, and just sit it overnight and let it seep into the fill line. But I don't know if that's possible. But yeah, man, that is gonna be wrapping up the video. This is me basically getting my fully built 2.8 stroker, a nice little detail, fresh fill line, a deep cleaning on the billet head, on the side cover and all that stuff, and we bust down the motor to switch the rod bearings, torque the head. And yeah, man, if you're new to this channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and thank y'all for tuning in, and peace out. Sheesh.